Hello and welcome to Altea Suite. Today I'm going to show you how you can create personalized dashboards. When you first log into Altea Suite, you'll notice that we have our normal dashboard. So we have orders, sales, collections, purchases, and deliveries, but now we can create our own dashboards. I've done so by naming mine Altea Suite. So once I click into my dashboard, it's going to preload all of my information. In my personalized dashboard, you'll notice that I have a combination of all four dashboards right in front of my face. So I got the sales this week, this delivery this week, collections and orders this week. I can also create ones for warranty sales this week, what my orders are today, what my deliveries are today, and what my sales are today. By default, your dashboards are going to reset every day, but as you're going throughout the day, you can refresh your dashboards to get the current numbers. Below my weekly and daily dashboards, we have these other KPI graphs. My orders trend monthly progression by 12-month period. Then we got the quarters over here, last 3 months by the day. We got the sales by brand, employee sales, and all these different dashboards. These dashboards that you're seeing over here, by sales by brand, employee sales, these were created not by the system, but by the user themselves. So in order to start to create your own dashboard, we just need to go on the left-hand side. We need to go into business intelligence. Then we need to go and click into dashboards. Once we get to dashboards, you'll notice that we have all 6 of them, including the personal one that I've created. So these 5 over here are the system ones, and then this top one over here is the one I've actually created. So if we look at this dashboard, I go into the context menu, clicking modify, you'll see that I've named it Altea Suite, and I have the option to add user roles into the section. It says optional, so I can add more than one user role, or I can specifically say a dedicated login only has access to this dashboard like it is now. So anybody with the Altea Suite login, whenever they log in, they'll be able to see the dashboard, and other employees without that login will not be able to get access to the dashboard. To create a new dashboard, we just need to hit that new button up there. I'm going to be entitling it with my name. Now, as far as this dashboard goes, I can go ahead and select myself as the user role. I can add more than one user role if they want to have more than one access to the dashboard. Maybe my delivery team or my sales team wants to be able to see this, so I'll go ahead and grab sales. If you don't want to do the user roles, we just back out of that, and to make it where only logins can see it. So only people who have the login Altea Suite will be able to see my graph. Once you're ready with that, you're just going to hit the save button, and that will create your little dashboard there. Now, if we go back up to the dashboard, you'll notice that the dashboard is the very first thing that we selected when we came into the dashboards, and there's nothing in here. So to start to add different things to this dashboard, we just need to go back over into business intelligence, go back into dashboards. Once you're in the dashboards module, you need to hit this wrench icon to manage all. This will open up to the screen to where we can manage the dashboard and add information. So it first brought us into the major Altea Suite 1. It's got all this lovely data in here, but we want to add it to our own. So we just need to select our dashboard, and then we can hit this plus icon. Once you hit this plus icon, you'll notice this window where it says add a chart to this dashboard. This chart in reference is the KPI graph. So if we get into it, you can look at different system ones. You just find the KPI graph that you want to add to your dashboard. Maybe this sales trend monthly progression last 4 quarters. This is a system defaulted one. I'm just going to click it once and then press the add button. This will then add the dashboard right over here. Now we can further manipulate the dashboard by clicking on the little cog icon. And this will allow us to further adjust this graph the way we need it. If you ever wanted to add a dashed line, we can always set a goal value there. Maybe the goal value here is 300,000. Should do that. This goal value, once you do that, it's going to set a goal value, a little dotted line across the graph. Be sure to hit the update button. KPI graph was updated successfully. Then we can close this out. So once you get your graphs in there the way you need it, we can adjust these graphs by going to this little symbol, and then we can move this above, and maybe move this one down. That way we get the graph the way we need it. Let's go ahead and add one more graph, sales trend monthly progression. Maybe our other graph is our collections trend for the monthly progression. So we can grab all these graphs and place them there. Once you get the dashboard the way you want it, we just want to hit this wrench icon again, and that will keep your dashboard the way you just set it. Now the dashboard's all set. We'll just simply go back one step. Now we'll go all the way up to dashboards again, and then you'll see your dashboard got changed. Now, other than the KPI graphs, we can also create drill downs. So if I go again to the left-hand side, go all the way down, instead of going into dashboards, we're going to go into drill down. A drill down will allow you to segregate specific information. So for this example, we have this top one up here called sales trends. We go to the context menu and modify this. Starting from the top, you'll notice that we gave it a name, sales trend, and then the drill down type is going to be sales. Now, depending on your drill down type, they'll give you different dimensions to go ahead and grab. So this is going to be a fixed date range. It always changes again to be a date range calculated from today. The range is set for the entire year of 2026, and then these are all the total fields I want to show up in the drill down. If I scroll down a little bit, you'll notice these checkboxes right here. So if we want to, we can consider the associated employees only for this report as far as my commissions goes. I could either do the associated employee or I could do the made by employee. So the made by employee in this case is going to be the creator, the author of the sale, whereas the associated employee is a field type that we'll add if we want to give commission to another employee. I'm going to save this for a different drill down. This drill down is looking at the overall sales trends, no matter what, if it's made by associated or a made by. Now, in this drill down, we are specifically looking at each location and their brands as far as the sales trend goes. So once we hit the run button, it's going to go ahead and run the report for that date range. Now from here, the reason why we call it a drill down is we just need to click that blue button, and this will turn the arrow downwards and give us a little bit more data. So you notice here, it broke it down by business location first, and then it's going to break it down by each brand. So I'm going to click the drill down again to look at the first business location that we have. It's got the majority of the total, and there's all of our different brands. Now, if we did want to look at the different sales per employee, I did create a drill down for that. So I'll go back one step, and we have another drill down called employee sales. So in the employee sales ones, we'll go ahead and modify this. This is still a sales drill down type. We're looking at the fixed range, but we're looking only at the month of May. If I scroll down a little bit, you'll notice both of those checkboxes are selected. So it's going to grab made by employees and associated employees. Once I hit the run button, it's going to run it for our dimension. Now the first drill down you'll see is the total amount. And then once we hit that blue button, making it downward, that's going to go ahead and grab all of the employees. Now this gave us a list of a bunch of employees that are in here. That's because we have both the considered associated employee and considered only made by employee selected. Now, if we want to lower this list, check the associated employee. It will give you all the data. Now for the associated employee one, if I break it down, it's only 5 records. So out of all my sales, if I want to consider these guys as commission for the associated employee, this is the drill down I would go by to only consider the associated employees. Now, if we bring back the made by employees, it's going to make this list a lot bigger. Now let's bring in 491,000 with a lot of different employees. So before it was 5, now it's a lot more than that. So this is a specific drill down for the employee sales. Now I'm going to show you how we can create a new drill down. So I'm going to hit the new button up there. This drill down is going to be called inventory movements. For the drill down type, I'm going to go into inventory. Now I have the choice to make. As far as my filtering goes, I can consider my current inventory, grab my total fields, or I can go and base this off the inventory on a specific day. So as on today's date, or as on maybe the first of this month, what was my inventory like? The third one we can do is inventory transaction in a date range. So in this time interval, date calculated from today, we can say, hey, this past month, and maybe we want to consider this month. What was my inventory changes? For this one, I'm going to use inventory transaction in a specific date range, and I want to make this a weekly, and I'll include my current period. As far as the total fields go, I'll go ahead and grab my ins, my outs, my totals, and their asset value. Now for my first dimension, let's go ahead and do this by warehouse. That's the first one. And then I want to add another dimension. I want to see the ins and out by category. Now, all you're going to do is simply hit this run button, scroll down a little bit, and this will give you all your data. So 176 ins, 168 outs with an 8 quantity total there. So my total asset, again, this is based off of this week. So I can drill it down even further. Scroll down a little bit. This is per warehouse now. You can see Altea Suite Appliance Furniture has the most ins, also has the most outs as well. So you can sort these, give you a little bit more data like that way. And then if you want to drill it down even further, click that again. And now we're going in this by category. So this is my inventory movements drill down to let you get a better idea about all of your different movements. Now we just saw one for the inventory movements. We have another one called inventory transactions. So if we modify this one, this is looking at transactions for my inventory, looking at the whole year of 2026. The filter for this is inventory transactions in this date range, and the date range is for the entire year of 2026. If I scroll down, the very first dimension we have is time. As far as the time goes, we can go and sample this by the whole year, quarter, the week, the day, or the weekday even. But for now, we're going to go and keep it off month. And then the next dimension that we have is the item. So now when we run this report, scroll down a little bit, we still have the same columns as before, the quantity in, quantity out, and the total quantity. But this one is specifically looking at the time. So once I do my drill down even further, now we have this for the first month. So January 26th, February 26th, March, and so on. So this drill down will get added to as the months progress through 2026. Right now we can go up to May. We can see all these numbers here. So we can sample this based off of a time. If I change this to do a quarterly and rerun this report, we're going to drill it down once, and we're going to only see 2 quarters because we're only in the second quarter of this year. So this will allow you to get a better idea of all your inventory movements and the transactions in a date range or in a category and brand basis. So this is how to create your own drill downs in Altea Suite and how to run them. This is also how to create your own custom dashboard. So now if we go back up into dashboards, you'll see our dashboard is custom right here, and we can go ahead and return to it whenever we need. This will be also the very first thing you see when you log in as well. Thank you.